If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on, sugar, tell me so. Y'all, look, my baby's still here, right? So you may hear some hollering in the background randomly. Child, I don't know why it's a dirt bike around here doing their thing. That's just like, I don't know what that's about, because I live in a neighborhood where everybody be running and telling that, oh, there was a motorbike over here in the neighborhood the other day. Oh, knock, knock, knock. You didn't pick up your dog's poop. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here. We got some snitching mother hunchies, okay? But at any rate, love bugs, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about Jennifer Lewis, the mother of Black Hollywood, a memoir. Y'all, this episode is going to be deep. Get your mind together. Let's go. Making that steady Broadway money in UB allowed me to leave Mark and Bobby's place and move into my first apartment. In mid-September, I rented a cute studio in the LA Premier, or the La Premier, a new building on the corner of 55th Street and Broadway. It was a great location, right in the heart of the theater district. Now, let me tell you something about this place, right? I've been there, done that. She said she loved to tell everybody about this luxury building that she was living in, and up on the roof, they had a beautiful rooftop lounge or pool or something like that. She loved to tell everybody, yeah, child, I live in this building, child. And when I get ready, I go up here on the rooftop and I fraternize with all the rich people. Child, but what she didn't tell them was that she was on the lowest floor in the smallest apartment. I know that's right. That is me all the way. Now, eventually I would move up, the floors until I eventually got to the place that I wanted to be. But I mean, girl, you got to start somewhere. From the rooftop area, you could look down on the Winter Garden Theater, Times Square, and the Hudson River. And to the north was a partial view of my beloved Central Park. Nobody could tell me I wasn't right where I was supposed to be. I get it, girl. But let's not forget that New York City can be a nasty two-faced monster too. It will serve you diamonds with dirt, caviar with shit, pleasure with pain. Shit, that sounds like a bad relationship. No wonder you said you married to New York City. And that's why Miguel didn't stand a chance. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. He didn't stand a chance, child. I'm telling you, y'all better start looking back at all the people, all you single bitches out there. Y'all need to start looking at all the people that you carried in your life. Okay, all the, Dexters. Not that, because I know a really cool dude named Dexter, but you know what I'm saying? All the Shermans, all the Dexters, all the Clarences, all the Leroys, okay, that you guys didn't pay no attention to because they even had a rotten tooth, but they worshiped you to death, okay? You better start going back on Facebook and start looking for them motherfuckers, okay? Because they still around, child. If they not, they done married them a bitch better than you. I learned this firsthand after I'd been living in the city a few years, and the New York Times crowned me the reigning queen of high camp cabaret for my one-woman show. How I spent my summer vacation, which was selling out everywhere, which was selling out every night at Don't Tell Mama, the hottest cabaret in Manhattan. As a result of the show's success, I was selected by the New York Daily News to be a Wingo girl. There I was in a full-page picture, cheesing it up in my vacation, her one-woman cabaret, costume of a white bikini, fishnets, and white sunglasses. Ooh, that's that white woman. I got money at Demure outfit right there. Nearly 1 million New Yorkers brought the daily news that day. I awoke around noon to the phone ringing and John the doorman buzzing up to say Western Union was coming up with a telegram and that there were 2 bouquets waiting for me at the front desk. I opened the door smiling as I took the telegram. I had worked hard to make vacation a success and felt on top of the world. I lit a scented candle that I kept on the bed. I lit a scented candle that I kept on the bedstand next to my open Bible and went into my small bathroom to run a steaming aromatherapy bath. As I bent over to tap 2 drops of essential peppermint oil into the water, my little Maltese, Genta, jumped up and bumped my elbow, causing me to jump in half the bottle. I was quickly overwhelmed by peppermint fumes in the thick steam. And when I opened the bathroom door, the plungent fog filled my entire little studio apartment. Oh my God, could you imagine, girl? Oh my gosh, child. Look, I'm one of them people that like to clean with Clorox. My wife be around here. What the hell are you trying to do? Kill me? Yes. No, I'm not. I ain't trying to play, y'all. I'm not trying to kill my wife, but I'm saying sometimes, especially like in this new COVID world, baby, when them groceries come in our house, they don't touch our refrigerator until we wipe them down with Clorox. You hear me? And if I catch her ass putting in a pint of ice cream into the freezer without wiping it down, we're going to have a problem because we don't know whose hands has touched the food in the market, okay? Just then, John buzzed again to say a delivery guy had a package for me. Okay, send him up. I opened the door to a young man holding an envelope with "Don't Tell Mama" in childish handwriting across the front. He looked quickly to his left and right. Within seconds, was inside my apartment holding a knife to my throat, a kitchen knife. As I stood in paralysis, the cloud of peppermint fumes took quick effect on the man, causing him to wince and blink, clearly taken aback as his senses were invaded. What do you want? You know what I want. Genta started jumping up happily on him. Put the dog in the bathroom. Do you mind if I cut the water off? Yeah, cut it off. I did so and then closed the door, leaving Genta in the bathroom, worrying she would become sick from the smell. By now, the peppermint fumes were overpowering the room. He put the wooden handled knife back at my throat and led me to the window. Are you expecting anybody? My boyfriend is on his way over. Close the blinds. As I reached for the blinds, like so many assault victims, I thought, is this really happening to me? Dear God, what have I done to deserve this? Child, when I write the book, if I ever get myself together, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I have said that before in my life. I couldn't think of a thing I had done to warrant this moment. Then all the stuff I had been reading about past life regressions kicked in, and suddenly the image was clear as day for me. In a previous life, I had cut off this boy's head in one swoosh with a medieval sword. Now his soul had returned to take revenge. Child. When you a heartbreaker, I'm telling you, the universe gets your ass. Ooh, when you break hearts, the universe gets your ass, girl. And you know what's crazy? Let me say this on behalf of me and Jennifer Lewis. I'm not out to hurt anybody. I love everybody. Sometimes it's not my fault that, I can't control how people feel about me. But anyway, shock descended and everything went into slow motion as I closed the blinds. Take your clothes off. I did so, feeling as though I were moving through cement. Get on the bed, on your back. I followed his directions and then watched as he pushed his dark polyester pants down his legs to his shoes. He lay down on top of me, putting his head on my left shoulder and holding the knife in his left hand. In an almost gentle way, he slowly rocked back and forth. Wait a minute. Is he rocking back and forth on top of you, Jennifer? Is that what he's doing? Not rough, not urgent. He just struggled quietly to get his pickle, his massive pickle inside of me. We both seemed to be miscast actors in a horrible movie scene. He seemed unsure, as if he was new at this. The thick peppermint aroma surrounded us was almost calming. When I turned my head to the right, I saw our reflection in the mirror next to the bed. Okay, freak. Okay. Y'all know I still want me an old good mirror on the wall or even up on the ceiling. It ain't like my wife getting a whole bunch of pussy for it. It's just what you want to have, like a $5,000 purse. You ain't gonna wear that motherfucker no more, but nowhere, really. Who the hell got, places to go where you wear a $5,000 purse? Is just ridiculous. But you have them any damn way, just to say that you had it, okay? The young man almost seemed to have forgotten me as he tugged at his limp flesh. In the mirror, I saw his left hand relax briefly, silently dropping the knife on the bedspread. My right arm was free, and I put my hand around the knife handle without him realizing it. As I raised my arm to plunge the knife into the man's back, the stainless steel blade flashed the glare of the candle flame at my eye. I stopped my hand in mid-air. It was like the reflected candle sparked deep knowledge in my soul. Suddenly, I was clear that violence was not the answer. Bullshit, the baker, man. You better bang that nigga, girl. You better bang him. I wanted to see neither my blood, not his. I wanted to see neither my blood nor his on my bedspread. Girl, fuck that bedspread, girl. You crazy? And see, because I've been in a position before. One time me and BFF was back home and she was having a bad day. Y'all cancel. Sometimes you bitches have a bad day and just randomly y'all punch somebody in the face, right? Now, remember I told you it's a couple of bitches that I will never fight. Bitches with toddlers, strippers, hoes from the south side. Love you, girls. I love you. But BFF decided that day that she wanted to fight a broad from Southeast, right? I picked up a bottle, right? And then the thing in my head said, wait a minute, Nay, if you bust this bitch face open, then girl, you gonna go to jail. And you in school right now. You can't go to jail. I mean, you a couple of credits away from being a junior. You need to rethink it. So I ended up putting the goddamn bottle down and tried to pull the bitch off my best friend, but she was too fucking fat. Well, not so fat, but at the time I was like wearing a size 0 and she probably was like the same size as me now. Okay, but she was too big for me to pull her off, child. That was a mess. It was a mess that day. They threw us out the club, child. Our pictures were like right at the front of excuse me, don't let these hoes in. I dropped the knife on the bed and undertook the greatest performance of my life. In a low, even tone, I asked, what is your name? James. Can I tell you something, James? What? You smell that medicine? He raised up on his hands, blinking his eyes against the evasive scent. Yes, what is that? I'm sick, and that's the medicine I have to soak in every day. What's wrong with you? I paraphrased something my mother had said to me about a friend's illness. It's a disease, and they don't know what it is. I was raped. You were raped? Where? Down over 10th Avenue. What were you doing on 10th Avenue? Walking my dog. This was believable to him. You see how Jennifer Lewis just calls it? She just flipped that joint, and then the nigga got the nerve to be surprised. You were raped? Yeah, why you think that I can't get attacked? Ain't you here trying to attack me, motherfucker? That was believable to him. He looked me in my eyes for the first time. Look, if you go inside of me, you are going to get sick. Let me get off you. I have Vaseline in the bathroom. No, that don't say get off you. That said, look, if you go inside me, you are going to get sick. Let me get you off. I have Vaseline in the bathroom. Girl, oh, she is working a child. Been there, been in this situation before. Yeah, okay. He rolled off me. I got up and started towards the bathroom. Stop. I thought, damn. He snapped, and this is it. But when I turned around, the young man was sitting on the bed with his head in his hands, crying. He looked at me. Put your clothes back on. I quickly complied as he continued to speak. I shouldn't be doing this shiz, especially to a sister. They locked me up for some shiz I didn't do. I just got out. Suddenly, I saw how skinny, fragile, and vulnerable this kid was. I realized I could probably kick his ass. Instead, I sat down next to him and put my arm around his shoulder. I'm sorry that happened to you, James. You see, this Bible, I have this here to help me through hard times. It'll help you, James. Let me give you my number and you can call me. I walked to the kitchenette and goddamn, how small is that thing? She talking about she got a kitchenette? Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep going to the left, y'all, but she is knocking me out. She is knocking me out. Kitchenette, girl. God damn. You know that ain't nothing but a kitchenette, girl, ain't nothing but a sink, child. A sink. Two hot plates. Child, and a small freezer, girl. I walked to the kitchenette and got a paper and a pencil from the nightclub. I had 400 in 10s and 20s on the counter. He easily could have taken it, but he wasn't looking for money. He was looking to hurt because he had been hurt. I well understood emotional pain. I gave him the paper with a fake telephone number on it. You should go, James. My boyfriend is coming. Go on now. I won't tell. I won't. James looked at my piano and spoke like a little boy. You play piano? Yeah, but you gotta go now. I'm sorry. I know you are going to tell, but I just want you to know I am sorry. He was not evil. He was just fucked up. That has been my sentiment towards so many black men. You know, a lot of times they be like, Nay, I know you hate the brothers. I don't hate the brothers. I understand the brothers more than you have ever even imagined. I understand the brothers because I've worked with men for so long. Listen, I know that the black man is hurt on the inside, but the more pain that they hold down, the more aggressive they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I know a young man, he is a stone cold Kazilla. You hear me? But when I tell you that little boy been through so much in his life, he been taking care of himself, literally. And you got people that be like, I've been taking care of myself since I was 17. Bitch, shut the fuck up. How you been taking care of yourself and you been living in your mother's house? Shut the fuck up talking to me, girl. But I know a dude, he really, oh man. His situation was really messed up. And let me just go on. When I came to, I thanked God. Oh, wait, where are we at? Okay. He left and I stood still for a moment, then quickly opened the bathroom door. As Jenta jumped into my arms, I fell to my knees and fainted. Yeah, from all that damn peppermint, child. When I came to, I thanked God for my life. Sweet Bobby came over. That's the one of her gay friends. Okay, because you know she is a fag hag. You know, she is one. Do people still even use that term, fag hag? And some of y'all, I know some of y'all are looking for a hag. I know some of y'all are. When I came to, I thank God for my life. Sweet Bobby came over immediately. And that afternoon, he and Mark took me to the station house to report the assault. The detective said, Miss Lewis, you will suffer some emotional stress over this, but keep this in the front of your mind. Only 1 in 3 million women can talk her way out of a rape, especially once the door is closed. When I called Thomas, my boyfriend at the time, he couldn't handle it. Don't walk me through it. He couldn't handle it. He don't want to think about nobody touching his pussy. That's part of the problem about the black man too, And you know how we be like, what's wrong with him? He done cheated on me with 1,000 hoes. And I can't get one ding-a-ling? No, that's a part of their hurt on the inside because black men think they own their women. Hell, you the one that done went through it with them. You done watched them sleep with 3 of your cousins. Okay, I'm just everywhere today, my bad. But he done slept with 3 of your cousins. Okay, you ain't talking to your mammy no more. All right, he done crashed 3 of your cars and you still with him. You think he about to leave you? He ain't gonna leave you because you done showed him that through his toughest times, you not going nowhere. That's how they prove that. That's how they pick their bitches. They want to know, number one, are you going to buy them a pistol? Okay, if they need a pistol. And number two, are you going to tolerate their bullshit? Okay, but be careful because sometimes you can be the it girl, but you'll be the second, like the one that's around the corner it girl. Child, I just had a Coca-Cola. That's the reason why I'm talking like this. My bad. I had been performing in UB for several months. When one late September day, I arrived at the Ambassador at a half hour and saw, I had been performing in UB for several months when one late September day, I arrived at the Ambassador at a half hour and saw Gregory Hines and all the other cast members standing around the call board looking gloomy. They told me the show was closing October 7th, just 2 weeks away. I was so young and new to showbiz that I didn't realize that Broadway shows even closed. Damn. Excuse me, we're closing? Well, now, what do we do? I remember how Maurice Hines just looked at me. Clearly, he couldn't believe my naivete. Here, the great Hines brothers and I were standing there with my big fro wondering, what do we do now? Where's the next show? The female lead in UB was Terry Burrell. She and her sister, Deborah Burrell, both extremely talented performers, were about my age, and I became close friends with them. I heard Terry say, me and my sister Debbie were doing a club act. I knew what that was, and I asked him, can I do it too? Terry said, why don't you open for us? I didn't really know what that meant, but as long as there was a stage, I was ready. Thus, I entered the world of cabaret in New York City. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe.